So before we get into building out the modern data warehouse using Azure, we're going to want to log into the Azure portal and figure out how to get there, how to log in, and navigate it. So let's go ahead and do that now. You can navigate to the Azure portal using this link here, azure.microsoft.com. You Google it. It's usually one of the first links that comes up. And when you navigate there, you will be greeted with a login screen and some information. If you already have access to the portal and you've already authenticated, the portal button will be here, but we're just going to go ahead and sign in. And you will be prompted to log in using a Microsoft account. If you don't have one, you could create a free one. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. If you have an old Hotmail account, like I do here, that is the same as a new Outlook account for Microsoft. If you log in, it's basic authentication the same way you would into your old email account. And from here, you can now navigate to the Azure portal. So just a few things to cover here in the Azure portal. Over here on the left-hand side, there is a hidden nav, or hidden menu that kind of covers the same thing that we're going to look at here on the main screen. And on the main screen is where you're going to find a lot of the resources that you've already used recently, as well as existing resources to provision new items. And we're going to walk through how to create the ones that we need through the rest of the lab. But when you're here, feel free to poke around and take a look at some of the items that can be created. Some very popular ones here at the top. But if you click on more services, there's some training that you could go through to get your head around what's available. There's some get to know Azure documentation, and there's also some free offerings. So later on, we get to subscriptions where you have to put in some information on your credit card to get billed on some services that we're going to be using. This also gives you a pretty good walkthrough of what's going to be free for the first 12 months when you register a new Azure account. And again, there's a lot of cool services out here, a lot of AI, machine learning, VMs, but there's also an always free tier that's available. So things like cloud functions, security advisory, notification hubs, etc. So again, feel free to log in, set up an account, poke around. Once you're off the ground, feel free to jump to the next lab. See you guys soon.